the cooks of book de Amun-Rayay. Wu na bad mo malduhu. Umadea hu. Umunzerhu. Li fanam zaman wu wakat. Pana bad ya non. Kalel hamada at der le Amun-Rayay. The tar shilil pa patet. Upa taha. Anuke the wapu. I trust by way of Amun-Rayay and his master teachers and his papyri and his warner for this day and time. Panabab Yanun. All praises are for Amun-Rayay, the Thor, overseer of the heavens and the earth. I am Nuwapian.
Thank you for that. Messiah is coming in now. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Who want to share a spiritual experience with us?
I'll share.
Thank you.
All right. Here's a good one. All right. So, I don't know how you feel about the whole realm of psychedelics. Personally, I want to know your take on it.
Oh, say it again. On the what now?
The realm of psychedelics.
The realm of psychedelics. Okay, that's not clear to me what you're really asking. Could you be more specific and clear and speak up a little bit?
Okay. Well, it was more of a question leading into what I was gonna say. Well, I took shrooms years ago, right? And
okay.
I wasn't under the influence of them anymore. It was 2 weeks after it, and I was outside with my cousin. It was probably 15 degrees outside, and we wanted to get a fire going, but we couldn't. We tried gasoline, we tried a leaf blower, we tried everything, and I eventually stood at the fire, and I could feel my body heat fueling into the flames. But then, I don't know how to even explain it really well.
Try.
I could almost bend the shape of the flames to wrap.
I'm following.
And I could turn the color of the flame. But I had to have pure intention.
Exactly.
And when I lost
we can do anything that we focus on because we're all deity.
Right back.
Yes.
Okay.
And what kind of mushrooms were you taking?
Sir?
What kind of mushrooms were you taking?
If I could remember, let's see. It was, is it albino lion's envy type.
Okay, you bought it off the internet?
No, I got it from what I thought maybe a trusty source, but I don't trust them these days, so.
Right.
But I'm kind of iffy on the whole psychedelics now anyway.
You should be. You should be cautious about ingesting anything that you're not sure of.
Right.
That's right.
And I've been able to replicate similar experiences just through meditate, like going inside.
Exactly. I tell you this. You take athletes, for example. A lot of them have been accused of taking sports-enhancing drugs. You familiar with that, right?
Right.
But there is nothing that you can ingest or take that can accentuate the natural abilities that you already have inherently. You follow what I mean?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
In other words, everything is mental. If you have two sisters that are track stars and one is the champion, and she outruns everybody all the time, but on this particular race, there's a sister next to her that's challenging her, and she feels exceptionally confident this day, and she's pulling ahead of her, consistently pulling ahead. Well, the sister that's been outrunning her, the new sister is actually breaking her time, actually outrunning her speed. on the clock. But now the sister that's been conditioned to win, all she's got to do is remember, forget about the time, and forget about the sister, and just do what she does, win naturally. And she'll find it in herself to find that other gear and access it and beat that girl. Do you understand?
No, yeah, I get you.
It's there.
Okay.
For example, people that run races or perform athletic feats, scientists have found out that if they take them into a controlled environment in the dark and they hook nodes up to them, to their heart and vitals, respiratory, etc., and they monitor them, and then they ask them to close their eyes and relive the race, for example, in vivid detail, from the start of pistol to the finish. And if they really concentrate and relive it and go through the exact motions just like they did when they were in a race, they were amazed to find that after they got through, that all the statistics were identical physiologically to when they ran the race. Do you follow what I mean?
Okay, so it just imprints on
it's in your mind.
All levels. Okay.
That's right. There is no out there. Everything is mental. I'll give you one final negative example. There are people that have had sexual dreams about somebody that they really desired. And during the course of that dream, they achieved a nocturnal emission. You follow what I mean? And then they wake up in the morning and they're embarrassed because they're the only one in the bed. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now, then they go out and have sex with an i.e. real person and don't achieve an orgasm. You follow me? My question to you is, which one was the better lover, the one that you dreamed about or the one that in i.e. physical reality?
I mean, I guess the one that's actually in the spirit realm, like in the mind.
That's exactly right. So where do we achieve actual pleasure and sensation from? Outside or inside?
Inside.
It's all in your mind. The kingdom of heaven is within you, son. And where is
Thank
God?
You for that.
Isn't he in
God.
heaven?
In heaven, and the connection.
Well, if heaven is in you and God is in heaven, then where is God?
God is in you.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the temple that he's in is not a building down the street, but the place on the side of your head next to your ears, and your eyes are windows to the soul. You have an inner vision, an inner hearing, and an inner heart. Meaning wherever you are right now, when you look around the room, your vision is restricted to the parameters of the room, to the floors, walls, and ceiling. You can't see past them. Right? But if you close your physical eyes and activate your mind's eye or your third eye, you can see your vehicle parked outside. You can see your mother's face in front of your house from inside on entry. You can see your best friend on the playground in 5th grade. And people are going to say that's only memory. But they can't explain why you've had visions, and then it was very detailed, and then 2 weeks later you were moving through the physical plane and with a friend, you saw something unfold, and you told them, I saw this happen in my dream 2 weeks ago. Remember that?
No, you're making it make a lot of sense, because you made me think about.
That's right. Now the question is how do you remember the future?
You gotta bridge the past.
You can't, but God can, because God is not on a timeline. You follow?
Right. Non-linear. Okay.
That's how John was taken up in the spirit on the Lord's day, right?
Right.
When he was on the Isle of Patmos, Jesus sent his angel to his servant John on the Isle of Patmos to reveal to him things which must shortly come to pass. And the angel Melchizedek, who of course was Jesus' angel that he sent to John, right?
Right.
When John saw the angel, he was so magnificent with a foot on the land and one on the water that he saw his countenance, his strength, and his light, and he fell at his feet as if he were dead. And Melchizedek tested him and then implored him to raise up and said, "See thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant." But what it was is
right.
John was so enamored and overwhelmed by the vision of Melchizedek that he thought that was God. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But it wasn't. It was an angel. So imagine how magnificent the real creator is. But my point is the presence of the angel raised up John's vibrations spiritually. And when they raised up spiritually, he left his body. You follow me?
Sir.
And then he was totally spiritual, and he could see things in the future just like you can in dreams sometimes, right?
Right.
Except the presence of the angel exaggerated his vibrations so fast and high that he could see over 2,000 years in the future. You follow what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And that's how he wrote the book of Revelations. Of course, there were many details in there that he couldn't explain in terminology that people can really translate. He kept seeing odd animals and scorpions with stings in their tail. But he was describing tanks and modern-day airplanes from World War II, etc. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But there was no vernacular for that back in his time, right? And he did the best he could to describe what he saw. But everything he was saying then is coming true now. You follow?
Yes, sir.
Because he saw those things in advance. And that's what it is. I'm here. That's my mission here, is I'm here to reactivate your connection with the God in you. You follow me?
Yes, sir.
That's right. And I lead by example. We talked last night, didn't we?
Yes, sir, we did. Yeah, you showed me.
During that conversation, did I do anything for you that a man can't do, only a God could?
Yes, sir.
What did I do?
You moved the moon and you moved the star.
That's exactly right. I didn't do that to try to be Big Willie or to show off. I did that to lay the groundwork for this conversation right here. Because I want to make sure that I don't ask people to do anything that I can't do. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to be asking you all to do things that only gods can do, but I want to make sure that you don't merely believe, but that you know that it can be done before you attempt it, okay?
Yes, sir. Right knowledge.
Let's bend the fire. All right, Zabri, the other person that you brought, where is he?
Yes, sir. I'm telling him to come in and talk right now.
Yes, please. Okay. Next spiritual experience. Who else has a spiritual experience they'd like to share?
Amun.
Yes.
Oh, this is Sarah. I want to share for me and my son be out. Again, this happened last night. We was out looking at the stars and the moon. And the same star that me and my son watch all the time. We seen that star shaped like a sham to us.
Okay. It probably was a sham.
Yes, I thought it was amazing, yes.
That is amazing, and I'm glad to hear it. You're getting closer to your own higher self, and revelations are happening. You follow me?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
It was prophesied that in the last day that your children would prophesy. Young men would see visions, children would prophesy, and your old men would dream dreams. Okay? So it's happening. Bless your soul. All right. And is there a brother, the Christian here, that sent an email to me? Are you here tonight? And the brother Eric, I'd like to bless you tonight, send a special blessing to you. Are you present, Eric?
Peace and love. Yes, Amun-Rayay.
All right. Well, look, I need you to email me your address so I can reciprocate. There are things I would like to give you in return for your assistance in helping to promote the mission and support us financially, very seriously, in other ways. So could you do that? Email your address? Okay, thank you. The sister's telling me she has it, but she has it. I want you all to hear me good. When you send information, you send it to a nucleus. Don't stop doing it. Continue to do it. what you have to understand is it's extremely important that you send information directly to me. Send it to me before you send it to anybody. Send it directly to me. If you really want me to have it, send it directly to me. Always send your email to me so that I can send information to you and your contact, phone numbers, and information. All right? I love you all. Now,
love you too, and don't all be a devil about it either.
Yeah. The person with that static on the phone, they want to be damned and cursed, and I'm sending curses to them right now and have been since they've been doing it. That's right. I can verify it.
Have to go.
And I can do things. I can do things that they can't imagine, and I am doing things, and you all can too. So focus on cursing that person and his whole family line and everything about them, their future, because they'll be cut off and have no future. And all of your maladies and problems, your diseases and your sicknesses, your worries and your pains, use your mind to send it into the person that's trying to disrupt the class. Send it into them. Send, and I hate to say it, but send it to them cancers and AIDS and different diseases of the world, because they should be damned and cursed, because they know how to find the Ku Klux Klan. If they want to be a devil and distort and block things, go block the Ku Klux Klan. These are really demons, right? Okay. Now, who was that next question? And we're going to go to the Holy Tablets tonight, to chapter 15, the degree of the Christians. That next question,
I got
please.
a question. I got one.
I'll do my best. Yes.
Okay. Do you have any energy meditations with your voice on it?
Yes, I do. And there's one I gave everybody. It's called Cosmic Traveler.
Okay.
You remember that?
I thought that was for OBE though.
It is, but it's also meditative.
Okay.
Right. And if we keep hearing that static, we'd very much appreciate if you identify the person that you say is doing that. Okay.
Gotcha.
Next question. But you can call me later tomorrow, Amun, and I'll see about creating something separate for you. What I used to do is I used to get on the phone with people, and I would write out different things for them to recite to me over the phone. Next question.
I have a question, sir.
Go ahead.
Why are you called the Blue Light Pharaoh?
Say it again.
Why are you called
Why
the Blue
am I
Light
called the
Pharaoh?
Blue Light Pharaoh?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm called the Blue Light Pharaoh because inside of every person you have 7 chakras, 7 planes or vibratory levels. Are you following me? Now, every vibration and frequency emits a different color. It's like when you look at a fire, like the young brother was talking about. If you look at a candle blaze, you find that it has many layers of color. All right. Everybody has 7 chakras of planes inside of them, of vibratory conscious levels. And every frequency inside of you emits a different tone and a different color. Are you following me? For example, Father Babianu is the angel of the 4th plane. He's the head of all the angels. That's Malakut, the lotus breastplate, the midway point. In other words, there are 3 planes beneath him and 3 planes above him. Are you following me? Now, the plane that he is over is the green light. That's what color it emits and the frequency. And the color is green. Green is what it is to be on the angelic realm. But the plane above that, the laryngeal seat, the pineal gland, and the crown molar, the crown chakra at the top of your head gives off a violet hue, right? and the laryngeal seat gives off a yellow hue. But now, the pineal gland, or third eye, gives off a blue hue. And when I do spiritual sessions with you all, healing sessions, and you look at your hands in the dark, and you see the light emanating from your skin, or perspiring through your skin, what color is it normally, for those of you that remember?
Blue or white?
Blue looking.
That's right.
Blue looking.
It is a blue looking, and it's whitish. But the more that you wake up, the more you're going to find out that it's blue. And for people that have are successfully having OBE, or out-of-body experiences, they're going to have a blue light body. Are you following me? So it signifies, the color blue signifies that you have a higher conscious experience. Also, physically, what happens is that many times when you all, because you are from Risk and other planetary systems and galaxies like Ilion,
Goodbye.
you came from planets and worlds that had different soil conditions. On planet Risk, now on Earth, this element is predominantly iron here in the soil, right? But on Risk, our dominant elements are platinum and gold that we walk on in the crystalline world, so that everybody born there is made of those elements. So when they talk about us, when they see extraterrestrials on the moon, they make references little green men on Mars, little green men. And they speak about Jesus in the Bible as being olive tone complexion, green as the greenest olive, right? And for those of you all that study Egyptology, sometimes you see the elders on the wall as blue or green, and you see Amun-Rayay as a blue deity, a blue light deity. Well, there are some sisters that give birth to children here on Earth, and those children have blue and green spots on their back and buttocks sometimes. Now, the doctors don't explain to you what that is, but those that know. They know that you have an extraterrestrial connection. And when they see those blue and green spots, the nurses that are trained will usher you away from the mother and take you into an isolated place, and they inject you at the top of your spine, the base of the skull, with pencyclidine, a street drug commonly known as angel dust. And that blocks your ability to ascend up to the crown molar, to transform into a god. And the person that's on this phone right now making that noise, you have been injected at the base of your skull with that angel dust. And it's blocked your ascension, and you can't rise. And then your envy and jealousy, you're making every attempt to stop people that can ascend from making that ascension. That's why you're being the devil tonight. All right?
Thank you, Mr.
Does that explain? Does that answer your question? If not, turn it another way and approach it.
Yes, sir. It leads into. I got another question.
I'll do my best.
How did Sinjaza get control over the other's mind?
How did Jasmine get control over what?
No, Sinjaza, the devil.
Sinjaza.
Right.
The way he got control over the minds of the other devils is because in the beginning, when the Most High gathered the grand assembly of angels in heaven, he told them that today I'm going to create a man of sounding clay of black mud fashioned into shape. When I have made complete his form, that man was me. When I have made complete his form and blown into his nostrils of my breath, then you will all fall down and prostrate or pray to that man. And all the angels in heaven, including Michael, bowed to that man. And Panabab Yanun has bowed to me 2 or 3 times on earth. Very, very deeply, all right? And the people around him in the inner circle. Now, the only one that refused was Simjasa. He refused and was haughty and proud. And after the Most High asked him, why didn't you bow with the others when you were commanded? And he said, because you created me before him of a smokeless fire. created him with a black loam of sounding clay, a black mud fashioned into shape. I am better than he is. And the Creator responded, surely I know best what I created, so get down out of it, hated and cursed as apes and swine, until the day of resurrection, till the appointed time, till the time made known, the 6,000 years is up, right? Being cast down to earth, the devil responded, since you've already judged me erring, I will certainly lie and bear straight paths. And I'll come upon them from their left, their right, above them, beneath them, before them, and behind them. And you won't find most of them thankful, except those of the purified ones. Against them, I have no authority. And we are the purified ones. But we know that you came down in great anger because you knew you had but a short time. You're damned and cursed, and you've been cut off forever. Now, the next question, please. Now, go to your tablets to chapter 15, the Christians, and let me know when you're there.
I'm there.
All right, the next question. I'm giving everybody a chance to go to the chapter 15 of the Holy Tablets.
Amun, I got another question real quick.
All right.
Okay, remember when you said how after all this stuff will be over with and we clean this filthy place up, then it'll be somewhere else to go to. Do you know how many other places that may be? Or will this be going on for a long time?
I do know how many places that'll be for the righteous. Because there are more worlds, there are more intergalactic worlds and interdimensional realities and multiverses out there than you can imagine. Okay, so there are more worlds out there than there are kernels of sand on the planet Earth. Are you following me? And you're going to visit each and every one of them on this journey that you're making right now, Amun.
Okay, gratitude.
I love you.
Next
question. I really do. I love you all. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because I love the reptiles too, but there's no love in them. They're at war with the Most High, and that's a terrible thing. Go ahead.
My question is, I heard on a previous class when you said the Anunnaki and the Neteru are one and the same.
Right.
But since the Anunnaki describes an event...
No, I didn't say they were one and the same. Wait a minute. The titles can be interchangeable. But when I say that, I mean that they come from... let me clarify. I mean they come from the same planet. But now you're an international traveler. Am I right, Sean?
Right.
But when you go to a country like Spain and they ask you where's your origin or place of residence, your nationality, what country are you from, what do you say?
USA.
You're an American citizen. But my point is, when they look, are you anatomically and physically a Caucasian or African, or are you clearly of African descent?
African descent.
But you are considered American by the place that you live, right?
Right.
Well, there are reptilians out there that migrated to the planet Risk to live on the continent Zarakina, right? And they identify as Riskians. Right. You follow me? Father Babianu told you that he was a Riskian, didn't he?
He did.
But isn't it true that his father, Enki, is half draconian?
That's right. Yes.
That's right. So your question is, go ahead.
My question is, since the Anunnaki that describes an event, there's different groups of beings in the Anunnaki.
That's correct. They are described as an event. Anunnaki really translates as those that Anu sent to Earth in 50s on Shams. That's correct. And there are many different species on there. Right? But Anu was over the whole event. That's why they call them Anunnaki. You see?
All right, so that goes into my question.
Go ahead.
The question is, so it's safe to say that the leaders of the Anunnaki are the Riskian descendants?
Riskian descendants don't necessarily mean that they are indigenous to Risk, but they are inhabitants of Risk. Because the leader of Risk is Amun-Rayay. And another name for Amun-Rayay is Anu, or El-Elo. Are you following me? So there's a pure bloodline on Risk, like his other son, Enlil. He is a pure Riskian by descent and bloodline. But Enki is a Semite. He's part Riskian because his father is Anu, but he's also half Draconian by his mother, who was an Shumgal, very disagreeable underwater reptilian. Are you following me? And by proxy, his son, Malachi York, or Patabab Yanun, is also partly reptilian. You follow what I'm saying?
Anu is Riskian.
Who is Riskian? I'm Riskian.
Anu is Riskian. Anu and Amun are the same. They have the same name.
Yeah,
Riskian.
I'm definitely Riskian. Right.
Okay. And that's the leader of the Anunnaki. So that's what I'm saying.
The leader of all of them.
Right. So
Anu or Amun is the head of all the deities. Overseer of the heavens and the earth. The Most High. El-Hayu, the life giver. And a lot of them don't like that. Even when they were invited into the great kingdom of Risk, they rebelled when they were on the continent of Zarakina. And their leader, he went to a planet called Pluto, and they mined the ore called plutonium and created a plutonium nuclear bomb and released that bomb in the atmosphere over the planet Risk and opened up the ozone layer in rebellion. And it allowed the tri-solar system, the three suns, to pour down poison ultraviolet rays and made it impossible for surface inhabitants to dwell on the surface without dying. So that forced the Riskians underground, and many of us built Shumu craft, or a large craft we call Nibiru. There's a fleet of Nibiru, and we went to other star systems, right? In search of an element that you all we call Nub, N-U-B, that y'all call gold, because it's very pliable, and that metal, it can be hammered to a very thin layer, and then what we do is we take that and refine it, and then we powder it into grains, and it becomes so light, and it never tarnishes, it's reflective, and we take that gold and we sprinkle it over the hole in the atmosphere like a bandage. And because they're so light, they stay suspended and create a bandage effect. And what it causes the sunlight that beams down on the planet to be reflected back out into space to allow the surface to cool. And that's how we repaired the atmosphere on Risk so we can return home to our own world. Are you following me?
Yes.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Is that called the monoatomic gold?
Monoatomic gold is a substance that you ingest. But I'm the golden child. I'm not the only one that has it in his system, but we have it at various amounts. Are you following me? And it
Yes,
can be
sir.
found in your semen, because your semen is blood as well. That's why I'm very careful of who I share my semen with. You follow me? Because I'm not trying to ignite any devils. You follow what I'm saying?
Why did Anu mix with the reptilians? Was it a specific reason?
Not necessarily. I don't know. I don't remember why. But he traveled intergalactically to a lot of different planets and galaxies. And there was a chief that he knew among the reptilians named Sheetar. And as is the custom on Earth, a lot of times, when, say, for example, France and England were at war. We were at war with these reptilians, right? And what happens is that the King of England will give his daughter in marriage to the Prince of France and tie it into the blood, and then it will cease hostilities by that union. Are you following me?
Did it though?
Well, no, not really, because they're still jealous, and as you can see today, they're still evil and envious, and they're still draconian by nature. They're disgusting, ugly creatures, and they're permanently kicked out of the kingdom of heaven because they're rebellious. And they literally stink in the nostrils of the Most High. Yes. So they've been cast down in great anger. Are you following me? Because they know they have but a very short time. Their lie is coming to a screeching halt.
Ooh. Right, and they still going in the paint. That's what's getting me. Your overlords done left y'all. Even asked y'all why y'all still disrespecting the son children. And then on top of that, they overlords, both of them, giving y'all for food sources. And y'all still calling on. Yeah, y'all want to use our natural nature being other people.
Exactly,
and then
that's right.
Our ancestors are not responding to y'all. Y'all can use all that stuff. Y'all can sit up there, perpetrate a fraud, you little elites too, sitting up there want to always paint like y'all know the lesser and the greater and lesser mysteries of ancient Egypt. Y'all will never have that.
They don't know nothing.
And it will never work for y'all.
If they were anything, if they were connected to anything, they were anything, they wouldn't be always running around with their hair stuck up our butt.
Period.
If it was they had anything to talk about, they would be over in the corner, gathered up with their light bearers and their great gods and their deities that move stars and heal AIDS. They would be over there with them, the truth. But they know they're damn by daylight, and that's why they're here. There's serpents at the door trying to steal a healing. That's right. And they mad because they not shit on a stick. That's it.
Right. That's why I pop my collar. Like I say, I know who I belong to, the source, and y'all gonna find out too who y'all belong to. Soon as they get the bull in y'all's behinds in them pots.
And now you see why I don't identify reptilians and demons all the time. I'm waiting for you all to do it because I want to make sure that you identify yourselves as on the side of the righteous. And by calling them out, that's exactly what you do. Identify yourself as on the side of the Most High. Yes, I know who the reptiles are. I know who the demons are, and I always have. It's clear to me
You're not alone.
In a glass, a window. They look like Mr. Window to me. And Mrs. Window.
Right.
Yeah, I swim. And I'm hereby declaring that they're not going no goddamn where, except to hell, where they come from. All right.
Yep, and hope y'all be happy there.
I'm the only one that can get them to heaven, but they won't stop being devils. You understand? Okay.
They don't want that, and I keep telling you that. They want hell.
Yeah, they do want it. No, you're wrong. They want to be in heaven, but they want to be devils in heaven. They want to be allowed to take their filthy thoughts and ways. They want to be able to take their filthy thoughts and ways to paradise. And we're not going to have
Well, it didn't work out for their master. It didn't work out for their master,
That's right.
so it won't work out for them.
Their master is Satan the devil. But they call him by many different names. Jehudi. Right. They got all kind of names for him.
Well, whatever they want to call him again. That's why he got cast out.
Their master performs the same type of activities they do. Read the holy chapters, chapter 11. I'll show you. Now let's go to tablet 13, chapter 15, tablet 13. Jesus' miracles. Anybody else have a question while we're on the way there?
I have a question, Amun.
I'll do my best.
The name Amun, you mentioned all prayers in Amun and Amin?
Yes.
You're the one pronouncing?
Right. What I'm saying is that, take the Bible, for example. Every verse ends in Amen, which is another form of Amin or Amun. Amen? Right? And I said also that Abjad plays a significant role in the mathematics, because the Holy Tablets, every chapter is broken down into increments of 19, division by 19. And there are 19 chapters in the Holy Tablets. Above it, the Tasbih in Arabic is Bismi Allah Rahman Rahim, 19 letters in it. Are you following me? You just got out of the 19th century because you're living in the hereafter now. Are you following what I mean? And Ilion is the 19th galaxy. I'm the 19th elder after Akhmet that brought the Quran, the greatest Ra. Are you following what I'm saying? I can prove to you mathematically that I am the most, that I am the head of the last elder. You follow me? But there are many beings on earth that want to claim that they're that. There's an evil reptile in Macon, Georgia called Tracy. You know, a tall, yellow nigger with no teeth in his mouth that wants to claim that he's cooked and different things. But he's not shit on the stick. And he forgot with his short memory. Somebody he reads the Holy Tablets. I literally brought him to the Holy Tablets and lambasted him. I beat him till he didn't have no ankles on his legs with the truth. And he crawled away under a rock, and I haven't heard from him in years. But he's back again, lying again. You follow what I'm saying? They're gluttons for punishment. Because they live a lie. And they're not looking for any truth. They're running around looking for confirmation of their already preconceived erroneous beliefs. They're looking for a yes man. They're looking for somebody to agree with their evil philosophy and the way they think. And anybody that agrees with their filthy thoughts is their person. Do you follow me? It's like sisters running around looking for a church to belong to. And they keep going to them and they leave and reject them all till they find a preacher that preaches the sermon that makes them feel comfortable. Or a person that becomes a Catholic because he can smoke and gamble and molest children. Or a person becomes a Muslim because he can have 7 wives. Do you understand what I mean? They're looking for somebody that's going to say that what they do is all right. You follow me? They're not looking for the truth from the Most High. The devil is a liar by nature. Any more questions before we start the reading?
Why
Can you repeat the verse, Babu?
Wait a minute. Say it again, one at a time.
Can you please repeat the verse that we're going to be reading from chapter 15?
It's going to be chapter 15, tablet 13.
Okay. Is there a verse or just going straight to this?
Yeah, it's right there. It's tablet 13.
All right.
Chapter 15, tablet 13. Jesus' miracles. I want y'all all to take some time out tonight to curse these people that's trying to disrupt this class with the background static and bring down the most horrible black curses you can think of, because what they're trying to do is rob you of your soul and your eternity in paradise. They're trying to make you fall down to where they are, into the toilet.
Yes, they are. And I apologize for that. And I apologize for letting them even send my mind to a bad place. But I got you, because I'm telling you, I've been sending out all kind of stuff since this happened.
The best thing you can do is send out the names of those beings, and that clears up a lot of things. All right. Tablet 13, Jesus Miracles.
What page?
So, after traveling, what's the question?
What page? What number page?
1417, 1417.
In the soft bag.
Thank you.
That's right. All right. Lo, after traveling and teaching throughout and performing great signs and wonders, the people still had little faith. Isn't that something? And asked for a sign that he was indeed the Ibn Elion El. That means the son. And Arabic son is Ibn. In Hebrew, son is Ben, like Ben Hair, son of hair, right? Isa Ibn Maryam means Jesus, son of Mary. Yahshua, reluctant, then created at the will of Elion El, various kinds of birds out of clay. So one thing that I did to convince the people who I was is I would reach down and get a handful of clay and model a bird. And when I made the bird, I would blow my breath into the bird and then let it go and the bird would fly away. But even after that, do you think these devils would stop being reptiles? No. What they do is they turn away and refuse to see. There's none so blind as he or she who refuses to see. Are you following me? Yahshua, reluctant, then created at the will of Elion El various kinds of birds out of clay, which he animated with his breath, so that they ate and drank and flew up and down like natural birds. And a lot of people ask me, well, why do you perform miracles, Amun? That's why we do it. I perform miracles for that very reason. To convince people to come home. He healed in one day by his prayer 50,000 blind and leprous persons. Are you following me? Whose cure the best physicians of those times had been unable to effect. He recovered many dead who, after he had recalled them to life, married again and had children. And he even raised up Shem, the son of Noah, who, however, died again immediately. But he not only revived men, but even isolated parts and limbs. During his wanderings, he one day found a skull near the Dead Sea, and his disciples asked him to recall it to life. Yahshua prayed to Elion El, and then turning to the skull said, "Live by the will of Yahuwah, and tell us how thou hast found death, the grave, and the future state." The skull then assumed the form of a living head and said, "O thou, O prophet of Elion El, that about 4,000 years ago, after taking a bath, I fell into a fever, which notwithstanding all the medicines which were given me continued 7 days. On the 8th day, I was entirely exhausted, that all my limbs trembled, and my tongue cleaved to the roof of my mouth." Watch out, devil. Then there came to me the angel of death in a terrible shape. His head touched the sky, while his feet stood on the lowest depths of the earth. He held a sword in his right hand and a cup in his left. And there were 10 other angelic beings with him, whom I took to be his servants. I would have shrieked so loudly at their sight that the inhabitants of heaven and of earth must have been petrified. But the angelic beings fell on me and held my tongue. And then some of them pressed my veins, so as to force my soul out. Then said I, "Exalted spirits, I will give all that I possess for my life." But one of them struck me in the face and almost shattered my jawbone, saying, "Enemy of Elion El, He accepts no ransom. The angel of death then placed a sword upon my throat and gave me the cup which I was forced to empty to the dregs. And this was my death. And this was my death. My consciousness now lost du jour. I was washed, wrapped in a shroud, and interred. But when my grave was covered with earth, my soul returned to my body, and I was sorely afraid in my solitude. But soon there came two angelic beings with a parchment in their hands, and told unto me all the good and all the bad that I had done while living in the body. And I was compelled to write it down with my own hand and to attest it by my own signature, whereupon they suspended the scroll on my neck and vanished. There they appeared two other dark angels with blue eyes, namely Munkar and Nekir, each with a column of fire in his hand, one single spark of which, if it had dropped on the earth, would have consumed it. They called me in a voice like thunder, "Who is thy Yahuwah?" Overcome with fright, I lost my senses and said shudderingly, "You are my Yahuwah." But they cried, "Thou liest, enemy of El, and struck me a blow with the column of fire that sent me down to the seventh earth. But as soon as I returned again to my grave, they said, O earth, punish this man who has been rebellious against his Yahuwah. Instantly the earth crushed me, so that my bones were almost ground to powder. And she said, Enemy of El, I hated thee while thou didst tread on my surface. But by the glory of El, I will avenge me now while thou art lying in my bowels. The angels then opened one side of the gateways of hell and cried, Take this sinner who did not believe in El, boil and burn him. Thereupon I was dragged into the center of hell by a chain which had 70 cubits in length. And as often as the flames consumed my skin, I received a fresh one, but only to suffer anew the torments of burning. At the same time, I was so hungry that I prayed for food, but I only obtained the putrefied fruit of the tree of Sakam, which not merely increased my hunger, but even caused the most horrid pain and violent thirst. And when I asked for something to drink, nothing but boiling water was given me. At last they urged one end of the chain with such violence into my mouth that it came out to my back and chained me, hand and foot. When Yahuwah heard this, he wept with compassion, but demanded the skull to describe hell more minutely. Now then, continued the skull, O prophet of El, that hell consists of 7 floors, one below the other. The uppermost is for hypocrites, the second for liars, the third for deceivers, the fourth for users, the fifth for those who deny the holy tablets, reject the holy scriptures, and lie on those sent, and the sixth for idolaters, and the seventh for the sinners. The last mentioned abode is least terrible, and sinners are saved from it through repentance. But in the others, the torture and agony are so great that if thou, O prophet of El, should but see it, thou wouldst weep with compassion as a woman who hath lost her only child. The only part of hell is of copper. The outer part of hell is of copper, and the inner part of lead. Its floor is punishment, and the wrath of the Almighty its ceiling. The walls are of fire, not clear and luminous. but amber fire and diffusing a close, disgusting stench, being fed with men and idols. Joshua wept long and then inquired of the skull to which family he belonged during his lifetime. He replied, I am a descendant of the prophet Elias. And what desirest thou now? That Eliel will call me to life, that I might serve him with my whole heart, so as one day to be worthy of paradise. Joshua, Jesus, prayed to Eliel, O Yahuwah, thou knowest this man and me better than we know ourselves, and are omnipotent. Then Eliel said to him, I had long ago resolved upon that which he desires, since indeed he had many excellencies. You know, every devil has some good qualities, and was especially benevolent to the poor. He may return to the world through repentance. And if he serve me henceforth faithfully, all his sins shall be forgiven. Joshua cried unto the skull, Be again as a perfect man, through omnipotence of Eliel. And while the words were still on his lips, there rose up a man who looked more blooming than in his former life, and cried, I confess that there is but one El-Elo, and that Abraham was his friend. Moses saw him face to face, and you, Joshua, his soul and word. I confess, moreover, that the resurrection is as certain as death, and that hell and paradise do really exist. This man lived 66 years after his resuscitation, and spent his days in fasting and his shadow hours in prayer, nor did he alienate a single moment from the service of the Rabboni until he died. But the more miracles Joshua performed before the eyes of the people, the greater was their disbelief, their unbelief. For all that they were not able to comprehend, they believed to be sorcery and delusion, instead of perceiving therein a proof of his mission. You see, I do this to prove to you my mission. Even the 12 apostles whom he had chosen to propagate the new doctrine were not steadfast in the faith, and asked of him one day that he might cause a table covered with all sorts of fine foods to descend from heaven. A table shall be given you, said the voice from heaven, but whosoever shall thereafter continue in unbelief shall suffer severe punishment. All right, it's time for you all to go outside and let's perform miracles together. I'd like, especially the new people, who's here from London? Cheryl and Ann, are you here?
I'm here.
I love you. What do you see? Anybody here from Africa?
Give me a minute.
Anybody here from Africa? What about the Netherlands?
I'm here, Moon.
Okay. We need you all to step outside.
All right.
Anybody here from Virginia, Texas, California, Jamaica?
Yeah, I'm here, Moon.
Yes, I'm here. I'm on the line.
California here.
All right. What do you see in the sky?
I
I
see
can
the
see the moon in
I see
California
the moon.
right now.
Okay, you can see the moon. All right. Just wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Okay. Moon, raise up in the name of Amun-Rayay.
Going up.
It's running up.
You see the devil hangs up the phone because they don't want to know that? All right, moon, drop down.
Going down.
It's dropping down.
Now go in a circle clockwise.
It's clouds everywhere for me. That's some bullshit.
It's going in a circle clockwise.
It's going clockwise.
All right. Now the brother that sees the clouds, I'm going to make the clouds move to the left for you. You hear me right now? All the clouds move to the left for that brother. Tell us what you see.
And they moving left.
That's right.
Just moving, Messiah.
That's right. That's my miracle for you tonight. We need one more person that sees the moon or stars.
I love to see the moon.
I'm looking at it now. It's like it's a bit cloudy.
All right, but I'm going to move the moon. I'm going to move the moon for all of you at the same time, regardless of where you are. Moon, move to the left for these people, my children.
Going to the left.
On left.
Going left.
Now raise up and move to the right in the name of the Messiah.
You just moved it right out of the clouds.
Man,
I love you. All right. now come closer to them in the name of the Messiah.
I see it coming closer, Messiah.
It is.
I love you.
getting brighter.
Yo.
You can't miss it.
Getting brighter.
Now go back out in the name of Amun-Rayay. All right.
Moving back.
That's enough miracles for one night. I love you all, but I need you to learn how to do these things. Stay close to me and walk with me. That's why I told you that man would do greater things than I one day. And for those that don't know, the sons and daughters of thunder, the followers of Yahshua HaMashiach, were called the sons and daughters of thunder. Eventually, even though they don't record it in their scriptures, you all performed miracles just like me. You fed the hungry, you walked on water, you raised the dead. You did all these things in the name of Elyon El. So I'm trying to wake you up to that level of consciousness again. So like the picture in the last page of the Holy Tablets, you can all ascend back up to the Crystal City through my head or through the information that's coming through me from Elyon El. I love you all. Now let's finish this journey of Yahshua. All right.
We love you. We love you, Amun.
We love you more. Love you.
Love you.
Love you more.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you and
I
gratitude.
love you.
The call.
Thank y'all for coming in. Let's get it done.
Love you, family.
And we love one another. And I love all of you more than you could ever love yourselves.
I love you too, Amun.
I love you too.
Love you, Amun.
All right. Verse 115.
I love you all.
I love you all too. The devil's not going to like all that love, I'll tell you that. 115. For all that they were not able to comprehend, they believed to be sorcery and delusion. Do you all believe that what you just saw was sorcery and delusion?
No.
No, it was not. It was divine.
It wasn't. But the devils, they believe it's sorcery and delusion. They have some scientific explanation for it. You follow me? Or they believe it was some type of witchcraft. They're giving power to the devil to have power to move the creation. You understand? To perform miracles and heal people. Only the Most High, the life giver, can perform such feats. Just a minute, y'all. Anukas,
Yeah.
come in, please. 1 second, y'all.
Zoom is ended.
I bet it has, and I can't wait till it get out the devil's hands. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like I said, Peter Paul said, call them all, I'm calling them out. That's right, people. Bless you, my child.
Thank you.
I got to say,
Well,
after all
gratitude,
that's
mother.
been given to you all, if anybody denies the reality of who I am or who sent me, Anybody denies the reality of who I am or who sent me is the devil. Do you hear me? Period.
Yes.
Now you can confuse yourself and lie to yourself and find others that'll lie because they want you to lie back to them, right? But I conclude you are all going to hell, right? And that you don't know a Savior and you have none. The truth is that you're all by yourself and you're going to die and rot in hell in your isolation. All right. Okay, they asked of me, the disciples asked me one day that I might cover a table with all sorts of fine foods to descend from heaven. The lesson here is that even my disciples that were with me still had some doubt. They asked me to perform a miracle. Right after all the things they saw me, raise the dead, walk on water, and heal the blind, they didn't care. But whosoever shall hereafter continue in unbelief shall suffer severe punishment. Thereupon there descended 2 clouds with a golden table on which there stood a covered dish of silver. Many of the Israelites who were present exclaimed, "Behold the sorcerer! What new delusion has he wrought?" But these scoffers were instantly changed into swine. And on seeing it, Joshua prayed, "Oh Yahuwah, let this table lead us to salvation and not ruin." Then said he to the apostles, "Let him who is the greatest among you raise and uncover this dish." But Simon, the oldest apostle, said, "Rabbi, thou art the most worthy to hold this heavenly food first, to behold this heavenly food first." Yahshua then washed his hands and removed the cover and said, "In the name of Elion, Elion El," and behold, there became visible a large baked fish with neither bones nor scales, which diffused the fragrance around like the fruits of paradise. Round the fish there lay 5 small loaves, and on it salt, pepper, and other spices. "Soul of Elion, Elion El," said Simon, "these are the viands from this world. Are these viands or victuals, right, from this world or from the other?" But Joshua replied, "Are not both worlds and all that they contain the works of Yahuwah? Receive whatever he has given with grateful hearts, and ask not whence it comes. But if the appearance of this fish be not sufficiently miraculous, to you shall behold a still greater sign." Then turning to the fish, he said, "Live by the will of Yahuwah." The fish then began to stir and to move. To that, the apostles fled with fear. But Joshua called them back and said, "Why do you flee from that which you have desired?" He then called to the fish, "Be again as thou wast before." And immediately it lay there as it had come down from heaven. The disciples then prayed Yahuwah that he might eat of it first. But he replied, "I have not lusted for it. He that has lusted for it, let him eat of it now." But when the disciples refused to eat of it because they now saw that their request had been sinful, Joshua called many aged men, many deaf, sick, blind, and lame, and invited them to eat of the fish. There now came 1,300 which ate of the fish and were satisfied. But whosoever one piece was cut off from the fish, another grew again in its place, so that it still lay there in its tire, as if no one had touched it. But the guests were not only satisfied, but even were healed of all their diseases. The aged became young, the blind saw, and the deaf heard, the dumb spake, and the lame regained their vigorous limbs. When the apostles saw this, they regretted that they had not eaten. And whosoever beheld the men that had been cured and invigorated, thereby regretted, in like manner not to have shared in this repast. When therefore at the prayer of Yahshua, a similar table descended again from heaven. The whole people, rich and poor, young and old, sick and whole, came to be refreshed by these heavenly viands. This lasted during 40 days. At the dawn of the day, the table borne onto the clouds descended in the face of the sons of Israel, and before the sun appeared to set, it gradually rose up again until it vanished behind the clouds. But as notwithstanding this, many still doubted whether it really came from heaven. Yahshua prayed no longer for its return and threatened the unbelievers with the punishment of Yahuwah. Nevertheless, in the hearts of those apostles, every doubt respecting the mission of their Yahuwah was removed, and they traveled partly in company, partly alone, through the whole of Palestine, preaching the faith in Elion El and his prophet Yahshua, or Jesus. These miracles angered the priest and the Pharisees, and they called him a sorcerer and said he was changing the laws, saying, "Eat what is good for you." According to this new revelation, he was permitting them to eat many things which had been prohibited by the children of Israel. And the next tablet we're going to go into next time is Jesus is betrayed. Oh, yeah, that's not a new story. Neither is the death of Judas. All right. I love you all, and I know you know that. And I apologize for the snakes that were trying to block you on this class and make it uncomfortable for you. But remember, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end, because when they refused to bow down to me in heaven, they were damned and cursed as apes and swine. Here come the pigs. Right, look at Donald Trump. He's an ape and a swine. Yeah. Now, they are mad, especially the black ones. They are mad. These reptiles are mad and angry, and they're hurt, and they're terrified and frightened. Are you following me? And they're beside themselves, petrified with fear, because they know they have but a short time. And you won't be plagued with them long. They'll be gone. And I'll be cursing them tonight in their sleep, and they can't stay woke forever. And everything they touch is going to rot and turn blackened. Sick with disease and cerupa, maggots will be their entrails. And everybody connected with them will suffer in their presence. I love you all, and I send out blessings from the Most High to you for an eternity. And I pray the Most High enfold you in a celestial blanket of love and mercy forever. I am Nitir Affernity, Amun-Rayay, Asa, servant to the 144,000, prophet of Elion El. We are all one divine eternal love. Put your testimonies together about this night. Include the reptilian devils in it. Tell the truth about everything. And every time you get a post from us, post it up to thousands of people in every major media all over the world. Raise up to 144,000. Now, Zybri, did you get the other brother that was talking to me last night to come in? Yes or no?
Yes, I did, but he was dropped off in the first class when Jasmine was playing with the line.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, we know why people are rebelling and what they're upset about, right? And I love you all.
Let them know.
Yeah. All right. Let him know to come on. And when you get, I love you. When you get to this class, make sure that he gets it. You follow me? Because there's a lesson even in the devil being destroyed in the class, because everybody can see clearly that they're obviously upset envious, jealous, and terrified, to be that hateful and evil. They're filled with so much negative emotion that they're revealing themselves, even to themselves, to be Satan, the devil, in the flesh. I love you all. Stay close to me. Peace.